Hi everyone, it's Whitney from All the Things with Whitney and Mandy. So today I'm going to do a get ready with me. I thought I would start doing some weekly get readies with me and get ready with me in the mornings so that you can kind of see how I do my makeup routine, and you'll get the opportunity to see a lot of different products being used because I put all kinds of different things in my rotation. I use something different every day. So tune in if you want to see how different products look as they are put on. All right, so first things first, I am going to use a primer today. I don't normally use primer, but I'm trying to see if it helps minimize pores. So I'm going to be using this Tatcha primer. It's called the Silk Canvas. So I just use my ring finger. I dip into it. It's like a little pot. And then I just put it in the places where I don't want my pores to be accentuated, which is generally, around my cheeks and my nose. So that's where I'm going to add it today. Make everything up here smoother, hopefully. Sometimes I think, well, maybe I'll put some on my chin. So we'll put some there too. All right. And I have started doing my makeup a little bit differently. So hopefully I remember to do it. I've just started this new way. Normally I used to do my color corrector under my eyes and my concealer first. But everybody on YouTube is saying to use your foundation first and then use your color corrector and your concealer. So that's what I'm going to do. So today I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Stick Foundation. I don't know if you can see that. It's like the one and only stick cream foundation that I have found that I really like. So I just draw it on. I usually do 2 swipes on each side, and that generally gives me the right coverage that I want. And then that's what I look like. All right. So I use a beauty blender, and instead of tossing a bunch of water into it because they tend to get moldy, I just spray a setting spray. So this is the Pore Professional Super Setter. So I'm just going to spray that and get it kind of wet. And then I use this to blend everything in. And I have really, really dry skin. So I never thought that I could use cream or stick foundations. I'd never bought one before in my life until now. And actually Fenty Beauty was the first one. So I heard a lot of people raving about it. And I was like, look, even some of the dry skin people that I watch are using it. So I'm going to give it a try. So Mandy bought it and we tried it on a video. And I loved it. It looks amazing. After buying it and trying it, thought, okay, well, maybe I've been missing out on cream foundations this whole time. So I bought a bunch of others. I ended up buying Mob Beauty's cream foundation. I bought the Merit foundation stick. I bought, Patrick Ta's cream foundation. I bought a bunch and have tried all of them and don't feel like they look as good as this one. They can have a tendency on my skin to sit on top of my skin instead of really blending in like this one does. So I've kind of put those off to the side and I really don't use them anymore. So now I'm a little bit scared to buy their cream foundations since I haven't found anything else I like this one. So if you know of any that work for very dry skin that are similar to this Fenty Beauty one, let me know. So I'm going to come in kind of close so you can kind of see how it looks. I like, just for it to kind of cover up some redness. There's still a little bit of redness peeking out of my nose. So I'm going to just add a little bump there. And if you want to add more coverage in certain places, you can always go back over it. So, all right, this is what we look like now. All right, so next thing is I am going to, let me think about this. I think they do their blush and bronzer and then they do their concealer and stuff. So we'll do that. Today let's see what I'm going to use. Like I said, I use something different all the time. I'm going to use this SheGlam Soft Tan Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour. I love this stuff, actually. It's very inexpensive. And look at the little applicator. So cute. And I just put a little bit. It's a very cool color. So it truly does work as your contour. And I just put like a few little dots wherever I want to contour. And then I use a, let's see, this is just called a face round, but you can see it's very dense. And so I use that to blend in the contour. It just kind of mashes it all in as opposed to like spreading it out really thinly. And so I just go around and press it all in. And then you'll just see it'll give just an ever slight sculpt to, do you see this on the cheeks? So gives me a little definition that I did not have before. Makes me look like I have cheekbones. All right, so then I'm going to go in with a cream blush. I'm going to go in with Mob Beauty today. Their cream blush. This is in, it just says M91, so I'm not sure what color this is, but it's like a bright pink. And when I'm using cream foundations, I usually use this, it's kind of like an angled blush brush, and I'll just dip into it, get it on there kind of equally, and apply it to the cheek. And this one's really a soft blush. Like when you apply it, it's really hard to overdo it, which is nice because I would rather build something up than have it go on and be way too bright and I have to go and fix it. So I don't know that I've ever had to fix using this Mob blush. I mean, you see it just goes on, adds a little bit of color, and I'm not going to have to go over it and add more. Now, the thing with putting your concealer on after all of this is people say, you know, you can kind of overdo it with your blush and the concealer will help kind of like melt it in and kind of tame it down. So we might actually find that we need to add some more blush after we do our concealer. So, all right, so at this point, actually, I'm going to go ahead and add some bronzer too. So I'm going to use my powder bronzer. This is Gucci. It is in color 1. And when I'm using a powder bronzer, I like to use a really fluffy brush. So I just dip into it and spread it around my face over any place that I want to add a little bit of color that it makes sense that the sun would have gone to. Normally I do add my bronzer after contour and before blush, so I did a little backwards today, but it's fine. Okay. And then I will go ahead and do the color correcting and concealing on my eye. So I used different products every day for this. So today I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Skin Corrector Stick in Bisque. And what I'll do is it's just like a little stick, and sometimes I'll apply it straight to the eye. Sometimes I put it on my finger. I think today I'm just going to go right on it and put it there. And I just put it in the places where I want to kind of conceal any blueness, which is just usually right in that inner corner. And one of my eyes, I do get it where it kind of looks like I've got bags under my eyes. It'll be a little blueness under there. And I generally will pat it out with my finger to help it just blend into the skin. Okay, so that's in. And today for concealer, I think I'm going to use my Haus Labs. My Haus Labs has been kind of my favorite for concealing, and I do not put this much, like the doe foot, on my eye usually. I normally will go in, tap it with my finger and just put ever so slight little bit. Do you see those little tiny circles on my eye? Because I do not want anything looking cakey, which it can tend to do with concealer. And then after I've applied it, sometimes I will go back in with my finger and blend it in, or sometimes I'll use a brush. It just depends. Today, we will use my finger. I do find when I use a brush, sometimes it picks it up a little bit. So using the finger kind of helps make sure it stays and just sinks in. Okay. So once that's on, I've been doing something different. I've been using pink powders. So I've got one from OneSize and one from Jones Road. I'm going to use the OneSize today. It's called Ultra Pink. And so I'll just kind of put some into a cap. And I'll take kind of a fluffy brush to then apply it under the eye. And actually, I think I used the wrong brush. Oops. I usually use one that's smaller than this, but it will do today. And that powder just really I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it just kind of smooths everything out. It is called a blurring powder, so I guess it's doing its job. All right. So next we're going to do eyes. And today we will use, it is Giorgio Armani color 27 eye tint. It's like a pink color. All right. And it just comes in this little stick. It's really easy to just apply to the lid. And because I don't want to just look like I have bright pink eyelids, I usually will go back in with another fluffy brush to just kind of blend it out a little bit so it doesn't look quite so pink. All right, so let me find a brush. I'm just going to go in and blend it out some. They do set down really quickly, so kind of have to move fast if you're wanting to take some of it off. All right, so that's what they look like now. I am going to add, this is Thrive Cosmetics. This is eyebrow gel. It's tinted. It's in, I believe the color is black. And I have to use it because I have eyebrows that are white because I'm graying, as you can tell. I do have a hair appointment this coming up week. Thank goodness. And I just use it and it kind of, it'll fill them in a little bit, but it'll also kind of just go over them and make them that color of black. All right, let's see. Mascara today, I think I will use, been into brown mascaras lately, so I'm going to use this one from Glossier. It's their Lash Slick in brown. And I don't know about you all, but I've got like 3 or 4 different brown mascaras I've tried, and I don't know, I don't feel like they look brown. So my plan is to try, Rudy Berry is a YouTuber who I just discovered around Christmas time this year, and I absolutely love her. Her videos are amazing, so go over and follow her page. But she just made a brown mascara that she swears is the perfect chocolate brown. And it's through a company called Bobble or Bobble. It's Beauble, I believe. And I can't buy it right now because currently during the month of February, I've been in this goal of not buying any makeup, skincare, clothes, because I've been a little addicted lately. And so I have not been able to buy it. But as soon as March 1st gets here, I will be buying her mascara and I will let you all know if it's the perfect chocolate brown. All right, so last but certainly not least, we are going to put on lip liner and a lipstick. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip sheet stick. I have to use lip liner or else, I don't know, I've got little lips and so I have to use a lip liner. And let's see, for lipstick, I think I'm going to go with one of Charlotte's newest lipsticks. This is the Kissing formula. She just came out with some new colors. They are satin and moisturizing, and I love them. And this color is in Candy Chic. So apply that real quick. All right. And last, I am going to apply some highlighter. So let's see. I think I'm going to use this Dior face palette, the Glow face palette. And I generally will dig into the pink one, but I've used all of them. But because I'm wearing so much pink today, we'll just go with the pink. But I use this brush and just tap it in and put it the high points of my face. I don't know if you can see it glimmering at all in the lighting. It's a very subtle highlighter, I would say. Other people may feel differently, but it doesn't pop off like some others will. So I feel comfortable wearing it. I don't like to look overly glowy. So that's why I enjoy it. So anyways, let me put this all up. And that is my final makeup look for today. Hope you enjoyed being here and checking out the products I used, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.